leave it when I start, and then I do whatever I'm doing.
I look very white.
What's going on?
I look very white.
Not compared to me. I'm still whiter than you.
So wait, let me
So
see.
we got 2 Snow Whites.
I guess we could
And a
just
black dwarf.
kind of maybe like how
Black
long the
dwarf.
What is this green card? Oh yeah, that's right.
Kim, did you hear what I said? I said we got 2 Snow Whites and a black dwarf.
You're not a dwarf. You're a black giant.
And a white giant.
A black grizzly.
The dark force. Let's see.
Make me even whiter. Thanks, Kim.
Well, yeah, but it gives you better lighting.
We're coming out the closet, folk. Actually, we came in to get out.
Yeah, we gotta go in the closet to get out of the closet.
Okay, so I think I can.
Do you have like shot glasses or?
Yeah, I can get some. Ugh.
Sorry, I know you just got it down.
I know you got it up, down.
This is gonna be our floor powwow show. We'll just crowd around this thing here.
Oh, you should be able to hear me from right here.
Well, you think?
You have a very loud voice.
Hello?
Are we live right now?
Yeah, this is all pre-show.
Hello.
Super fun.
It's probably more interesting than the actual show.
Hey, what's the topic of tonight?
Oh, we have a bunch of them.
Oh,
We got a whole bunch.
I'm finna slam. I want to slam Trump.
I was just watching Ali Wong. Have you ever watched her? She's on Netflix. She's a pregnant Asian comedian.
Oh.
And oh my god, she's hilarious and it's not about women's rights. She's like, what did women do? Like, saying that we can do shit.
Right.
You know? Like, it was amazing.
Have to cut. Peace.
I need a flip off emoji. Hi, Jackie. I love you.
We don't have shot glasses.
We have. This one.
Learning glasses.
I want the purple one.
I want a purple one. Guys can have red.
That one or that one? This one. Okay.
Your hair looks really cute. Oh, very Farrah Fawcett.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
going for.
She said Farrah Fawcett. I haven't heard that name in forever.
My mom used to always say that when I do
What?
hair like this. So
I don't even know.
nostalgic.
You don't even
Who
know.
do you? I'm
Hello.
older than you. I'm 23.
Sounds familiar.
A flip off emoji.
Farrah Fawcett. She used to be on Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
She was the original blonde.
Hi, Brittany.
Love you, Brittany.
Hello to all my peeps out
I
there.
just realized my shirt is see-through.
Ooh, hello.
Freebies. Free boobies.
And my boobs are not see-through, so
No.
that's good.
But it's actually really sexy, though. It is.
You're too sexy for that shirt. Too sexy.
Hi, Lori. That's Ryan's mom.
Hi, Lori.
This is
Sorry.
Ashley, my cousin, and this is the gal.
Hey, what's happening, all y'all out there in Utah? What? Utahns.
You tons.
I'll leave it alone. That was too easy.
Love you.
Hello.
Brittany,
There's a delay.
why don't you come over?
Yeah, you're just right down the street, too. We'll just pack as many people in here as possible to be like the clown hallway.
Yes.
Oh,
Let's do
man.
it.
Come on with it. Look, it's already an inside-out Oreo in here, okay? Everybody's gonna be
It's so hot in here. I'm gonna turn off the heater because it's like.
Damn, man, I got my coat on still. Something ain't right here.
Holy crap, moly! I'm gonna open this bathroom window so that we're not like cooking alive.
They
Cook?
squeeze past you. Nope.
We will cook. We don't open this.
Oh, dude, I felt like I was in a sauna.
There's like a sauna in here. You should take off my
Nice
jacket.
smoking bathroom.
I'm going to. Oh, man, what the hell? Man, look,
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
That,
Before we
that
start.
window's open.
I'm going to set this right here. So I don't
Yeah,
knock
I can
anything.
just put it over. Do you want to share with me, Kim, real quick?
Oh, dang, man, we got to quit things like this.
You're alone. Keep the masses
You like
entertained.
those? Huh? Yeah, these are yummy. If you have
Hey, they're having a smoke break right now, but
okay.
you know how it works.
Because I drink them, Ryan drinks them, and kids.
Hold on 1 second. We shall return.
These ones don't pick me up. I like them. They just kind of take the edge off. Is that what it is?
Oh, dude, that's how that shit starts.
I've been drinking them every day.
Remember when you guys got sick that day? 2 days later, man, I was in bed in the morning. That shit started with starting with the sore throat, and it escalated from there. Dude, I was in bed for 4 days. My boss said, "I thought you had I had to go put on a fucking whistle mask, bro."
I'm not liking it. I'm not liking where this sore throat is going.
Yeah, it's getting there. Hello, Governor.
Hello. Do you mind if we smoke?
You're not. I'm not tagged in it, so I don't care.
Yeah, just don't tag her in it. You can tag me in it.
Yeah, I don't want to be
That
tagged.
I'm friends with at work are friends with me, so just friends outside of work. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Sierra and
Yeah, I don't care about that. It's just the friends at work. I have 2 friends at work,
that one's yours. This one's
and I have a purple one.
and then the booze is down there, and that's Ashley's. So we only got like 2 shot glasses, and they're both dirty right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just grab these. They just had a little dust, so I rinsed them out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's a little bit of vodka in it.
You want to smoke?
This sucks. Well, we're not here to entertain. We're here to waste your time. You're welcome.
You look very skinny today.
Did I?
Yes.
All that lack of food.
Hello, all my friends out there.
Look at that.
We're on
Like
that diet. All right, it's party.
Your brother says it's lame.
Well,
we're just warming up. You just wait. It gets worse.
It gets worse. We ain't even started yet.
Ali Wong
Huh?
on Netflix. The pregnant.
The pregnant
Asian.
Yeah, so she's.
oh yeah, what's that? It's
She's
like
fucking funny.
baby cobra or
yeah.
whatever.
I made Jerry and Colin watch it.
Did you? Oh, I bet you loved it.
She's pretty funny.
She's hilarious. Oh man, and her views on feminism.
Oh no,
perfect.
it is. I know. Thank you for letting me watch this before this.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh look! Turns out we just need to put a pipe in a black guy's hand.
And now everybody loves it.
No, look at it! You're blowing up.
You're blowing up. Shit, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. See, if you had been here, you could have joined us.
You weren't there though.
You weren't
That's your
there.
problem. You weren't there.
And now, boys and girls, I showed you how to really party. We finna get drunk. Not drunk, crunk. It's not lemonade, it's iced tea white style.
Yeah, this show's gonna get a little sloppier.
And now, boys and girls,
we
we finna have a peace pipe.
And that's all, folks.
And that's all you need to know.
One of these times I could pull out the peace pipe, but we could just smoke out of it.
That'd be funny.
That would be so. Oh, you need to do that shit right now. That'd be some funny shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna situate. All right, Al. I don't know.
I'll
be
sit
here.
in
I
between
gotta
right
babysit my
there,
nephew.
because I'm small enough to fit like in between the box and the mic.
But here we go, boys and girls.
What? You gotta leave? You gotta take off?
I'm gonna go put my nephew to bed and come back.
Oh.
Oh, okay, cool.
I may have to work in the morning, but you know how that works.
I probably should go grab my tablet.
Oh shit! I'm all on camera. I hope that nobody at work sees this shit.
Well, they're not on my friends list. They're on Ryan's friends list. Oh.
Yeah.
We see you
Probably
all
not.
fucking good. I'm like,
We
what?
saw you on the Facebook.
It was tobacco.
Well, this is what I've been talking about, though. It's like we're all participating in fun legally here, but half of us don't want to be tagged or nothing.
Yeah,
You know,
But
because
they-
it could ruin our job. We're all
yeah. That's
Now that I thought about that, now the alcohol part, that's one thing. This,
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's ridiculous. Why can we drink? When we can't smoke.
yeah. Cause see, the thing about it is, we got our corporate office going to be at work this week.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for me right now.
Corporate, the corporation, man.
Right.
They want to take our pot away.
Chug, 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 chug.
No, I don't want
We're
to.
getting there.
Yeah, but this is the pre-show.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
a
good.
pre-game.
Pre-game hype.
No smoking allowed. Corporates here. That's right.
Is that what it says?
Well, it's my buddy Trevor Morgan.
Yeah. See, yeah, that's what I. See, I'd be afraid somebody at my job would be like, accidentally stumbled onto that shit.
Whatever, everybody in your job's smoking too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we do got some snitches though.
Fuck that.
Oh,
You don't want any more?
no, I'm good.
Fucking snitches. Fucking cop cutters.
Good stitches. Thrown in stitches. Or bitches.
Right, man. We
By
need.
bitches.
By witches. There we go.
We need to have a serious issue where we talk about Donald Trump.
Oh, that's not a serious issue.
Out of the office next year, anyways.
No, we need to get him out before the end.
What? Doesn't he have like 2 years left?
Well, 2 years, yeah.
No, they can get him out before that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got an orange juice vodka too.
Yes, you do.
You get a screwdriver.
Welcome.
Danke.
Take a screwdriver.
Today our sponsor is orange juice and vodka.
A screwdriver.
That's right, and screw. Let me go take care of this. I'll be back.
All right.
All right. Well, what are we gonna do here? Let's TP on the floor then.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get some pillows in here
Whew.
and some blankets. We're gonna
Actually trying to get me fucked up.
Woo! It's not even stirred.
Oh, that's probably what it
What
is.
time is it?
Probably just got all the
10:14. We're gonna try to go to midnight without passing out.
We'll see.
Me and Ashley will be awake. You'll pass out.
I'll
I might
pass
be
out.
puking, but I'll still be awake.
Oh my god.
Me and Kim know how to handle our liquor.
Freedom. Okay. So what should we?
You want to get some pillows?
Yeah.
You want me to get them? I can make it like a pillow powwow sesh.
Let's do a pillow power stash.
Sounds good.
Pajama party. Pajama party.
Well, then I'll have to put on pajamas.
Those pillows are amazing, Kim. That pink one, the body pillow. Yeah, I love it. We'll probably have to grab the ones out from the couch. Move it or lose it.
We got an angry babies. She she doesn't want to go to sleep. She's an asshole. She's back there chanting in some sort of demonese.
She's just yelling in there.
I know, I heard her. I called it demonese. She's chanting in demonese.
When Gypsy was a baby, I called it Egyptian.
Mm.
So,
Whoa,
you just
there
like
was-
chug that, man.
I thought there was more orange juice in there than that.
You hearing mine?
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get a
Get the story
here.
going.
Actually, I want to have a cigarette. You can get a story going.
What? Me start?
If you want, you guys can just look pretty.
You can just look pretty. Well, that's easy.
For you.
For you too. Shirt right? Oh no, he's probably not gonna put on a shirt.
I don't think he's ever put on a shirt every time I see him. The only time I see him in a shirt, it was in Jerry's shirt.
No.
Okay, let's see. Okay, right in my screen here. And go to Ryan's wall. Do, do, do.
Not put my drink up there next to mine.
Yeah, it's not sturdy at all. It'll go.
Menopause the musical.
Menopause the musical.
Here we go. I'll share this one. How's that?
Menopause the musical. I'm waiting for it to load. Boo! Did you share it yet?
I was happy.
Oh, okay.
Just the title alone is fine.
Why is a black hole burping?
You want to do that one?
That's the first one that popped up.
That's a good one.
Okay. Burping. It's already an interesting title. Why is a black hole burping? Because it's eating stuff that gives it a tummy ache. Last week, scientists presented an image of a supermassive black hole burping twice. The behemoth had guzzled on gas before belching out a cloud of high-energy particles and settling in for a few thousand years nap. Then it woke up and did the whole thing again. Eat, sleep, repeat. Why do black holes burp? What can this tell scientists? Okay, high-energy particles. Intense gravitational and magnetic forces surround black holes. These can pull in large amounts of matter, creating a veil of dust and gas. As the greedy black hole feasts on this nearby gas, some is expelled in a powerful kind of burp.
Why's it gotta be greedy?
Because
Really, that gas isn't that much compared to that black hole. Really, he's just eating crumbs. I wouldn't say that's greedy, is all I'm saying.
yeah, I guess you're right. Until it's eating like entire universes. Let's see. Each burp is really an outflow of energy particles, high energy particles, which astronomers can observe using X-ray images. Well, it's saying it's like nothing new before. You have something to say on the matter?
No.
Burping black holes?
Burping black holes.
Belching.
Belching. Greedy ass
They
black
should get a
holes.
Gastric sleeve and
Did you
they
watch?
don't know what gas is.
Yeah. Black hole doesn't know anything about gas.
Did you watch that video on my timeline in Ukraine that throwing that politician in the trash can?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it made me feel so good to watch it. But they'll never do that here.
They should.
You should.
Who's they? Where's they?
However,
We could play.
Are you
We're
gonna
they.
do it?
We're the ones who could do
We're
it.
gonna fucking do it.
Dean
I don't
Heller
want to
is
get
a freaking
shot.
Yeah,
black
fuck
hole.
Dean Heller. That guy's a fucking giant douche.
He is a giant douche. Freaking putting another 20,000 people back in the North Valleys.
Yeah, right? Like, that's why the cost of living up here is going fucking through the roof.
What do you like?
You can get a 3-bedroom in town for the price we're paying
Or
here.
do you fucking like move them? Like get them and move them?
No, they're building 20,000 homes in the North Valleys without placing schools or
A grocery store.
or roads to handle the North Valleys.
Yeah, I mean, like, Stead Boulevard is insane right now. Like,
Maybe
people
that-
keep getting fucking hit. Think about, like, how many times, like, how many months go by before another person is hit? Like, maybe a month.
For real.
For real. That's no joke. And it's right outside here, you know?
Most of the accidents now are outside of Taco Bell because everyone's turning in there without a light.
Yeah, and there's no... There should be a light there anyway, so that for Taco Bell and for the park,
Yeah.
so people can get in, because it gets way too fucking congested.
Especially like during like work time and everything.
And then with everybody parking right there, it's
almost-
insane.
yeah.
It's insane.
Did you see that car out there that like had the doors open? That white like station wagon looking.
Well, I
thing?
saw the station wagon.
Yeah,
out
the
there.
doors were open and shit. It was like marked to get like removed and shit, and still hasn't been removed.
Wow. Yeah, it's intense. I gotta go check on her. She's getting crazy. Oh.
She's just
My
gonna be
ankle.
sitting there.
I know.
It's Ashley.
It's Ryan.
Ashley show.
It is the Ashley show. I'm really boring over here. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Just gonna plop myself right here. Right here, right here.
Raher.
Right, wait for it. Okay.
Butt and face. Cam.
My butt, your face. You guys missed it and catch it on camera, but I opened the door and he fell through. Because I was stealing this. You may have been done.
Oh.
Not.
Okay.
Come here.
$500 million.
Alcohol me.
Yeah.
Booze you.
Booze me. So I can get more entertaining.
I really just want the orange juice, but you can put a little vodka in there.
Here, I'll just split it a little bit. 'Cause I kind of overdid Ashley's.
I can handle it.
Yeah, she wants.
Ryan
I
can't.
want whatever she wants. I want the opposite of that.
Okay, well, I'll give her more.
Okay. Okay. Calm down, people. 500,000 bees dying at Iowa vandalism. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, I read through it a little bit.
I was watching it like Netflix like documentary on the bees. And they're like saying like all the bees that are dying, and the reason why is that like they're like traveling to California to like pollinate their what is it called, almond fields, because of almond milk. And that's how most of our bees are dying, is because California
Is like toxic.
Exactly.
Fucking toxic.
But they're taking all of our bees and then they're getting killed off from the traveling.
From the traveling, and then of course like the pesticides and all.
And then
Everything else.
There's vandals that steal the bees from there and then don't know how to take care of them because they're trying to make honey and stuff, and it's terrible.
Oh shit. My wing's burning. I wasn't done.
Oh hell.
Oh hell.
Jesus. Okay. Justin and Tori Engelhard, husband and wife beekeepers in Sioux City, Iowa, discovered a tragic surprise late last month when they went to check on their 50 beehives. A lot of beehives. I don't know it. I don't know. I'm not in that business. Is that a lot of beehives? California is not toxic. Whatever, Adrian. Fucking, you might as well be breathing cigarettes. Let's see.
All that like pollution in the air, like all like those sunsets, you know, when it's like that red and orange, that's all fucking pollution.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Fucking Willow.
Yeah, she's gonna kick on it until she passes out.
You wanna go just throw her in the bunk in the tub bunk?
I did. That's why she was
Oh, that's
crying.
why
So I
she's
pulled her
freaking out.
down. Just let her kick the door. It's fine.
Whatever. Okay.
My skin has not been brighter. I bet. It's all that radiation. Just kidding. There's probably way more here, sweetie. This is Nevada.
From our water, mind you.
Yeah, from everything. Remember, like in this was like probably 15 years ago, but when they had to, it was in like Fallon, but a bunch of fucking kids were diagnosed with leukemia. And actually, my German teacher was one of the people with the. It's from those crystals.
mercury.
No, it's from those crystals, the mining crystals, the yellow ones. That they're like residue from like dynamite. But Like nobody will openly ever come out and say it, but it causes cancer. And a bunch of people like touched them, and then in the water supply, they leaked into the water supply, like the water had gotten on the crystals, washed the residue into the water supply, and then
My
all
coworker
the
actually has leukemia from Fallon.
Really?
She was raised during that, and
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
she was telling me about it.
nobody will ever come out and like admit to it, no officials or anything. But remember, and they closed everything down. They closed the ore ditch and fucking went through and picked out all the crystals. And everyone that I know that touched them is fucking dead now.
I'm actually surprised that she's still alive. She's 28 years old with leukemia. Has 2 kids. Crazy.
I can't remember one of the kids' names, but he got leukemia in high school, like freshman or sophomore year. My German teacher, Frau Bowen, she got leukemia. And like we didn't even have a German teacher pretty much the whole year. We had like substitutes, and then we got Herr Flippo. And he was Flippo. He threw a dictionary at me. Told me to look it up. I was like, whoa, you're crazy. Calm down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Get out of my head. But I live there.
Anyway, so far, we got Justin and Tori Englehart, and they've got 50 beehives. They went out to check them. Let's see, the hives, home to 500,000 bees, had been overturned and hacked apart.
Yeah.
The couple's supply shed had been ransacked. The result was what a weird place to. It looks like 5 million.
It's like 5,000 is what it's written as.
Yeah, like 5,000
half a
5,000 dead bees.
Yeah, I remember reading through that. I'm like, that's a weird way to put that number.
And and then there was like $60,000 worth of damaged property. They knocked over all the bees.
Oh, you just said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The yellow crystals, yeah.
So let's see. Did they ever find those guys? Yeah. It was
little kids.
It was a 12 and a 13-year-old.
Yeah, little kids. They like killed a shit ton of bees. 500,000 bees.
I'm sorry. When I was 12 and 13 years old, I was not trying to kill bees.
I was actually, I'll be honest, I was still playing with Barbies when I was 13 years old. I was in the church.
Dude, I remember.
I was a weird kid.
I remember attacking.
And listening to Hanson and Marilyn Manson at the same time, so definitely weird kid.
I would attack bees with my buddy James. We would attack beehives, but never like 5 million bees worth of them.
Well, see, I watched the movie My Girl, so I knew that was a bad idea.
I'm kind of impressed. Like,
you know,
two kids versus 5 million bees, and they pulled it off. I mean, that's impressive.
That is impressive. That is impressive. My sister's ex-husband, him and his brother, like, fucking caught a huge-ass fire in a place far away from here, but still in America, and I'm not going to say what or when, because I don't want to get them implicated in it. But, yeah. He got a huge-ass fire. He got lucky.
You didn't say his name.
No, I didn't.
How did Alaska even start on fire? Like, I thought it was all ice.
Well, it does. I can't read what he's saying.
Let's see.
What is sad? Those bees
were in dormant because of the cold. They were.
Oh
so
man, that's the worst. So it's like killing them in their sleep. Damn, dude.
I take it back. Those cowardly kids. They didn't even fight those bees.
You want to open the door? Because I'm going to booze up.
Booze up.
Here, I'll just bring the booze out here.
Yeah, bring the booze out here.
It's cold because, I want to leave it
cool.
closed.
Well, because it keeps opening, or because you can put that box in front of it and then
well,
that cool
one, because I'm leaning on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Well, no, it's just it'll like wreck the
juice?
sound, you know?
Huh?
Do you have more juice?
No, I've got nothing.
We gotta go shopping.
Yeah. Well, I could take you shopping. Have to be on one.
We sold the car.
You did?
Yeah.
Yay! Congratulations!
We took the $2,000.
Yay! Well, hey, it's $2,000 more than you were gonna have.
Exactly.
You filed taxes today.
I know.
There's
gonna be
a drink.
I can't wait until I get my taxes.
Yeah.
Money.
I feel like I'm in the closet too, just no screwdrivers.
Adrian, you can come drink some.
Adrian, Get out of the closet.
Get out of the closet.
Find some screwdrivers.
And drink them.
I got a car. Let's go.
Yay! What kind of car? Oh, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of
Okay.
you.
Women's rights.
Women's rights. Let's go. Let's go. Women's rights. She'll just sit there and she will sing herself and
I
kick the door
remember
to sleep.
when Kaylee was like this.
Yeah.
Like,
She's the toughest out of all of them. The other two, like, when I put them to bed, they go to bed. At least by this age. Gypsy was tough, but by this age.
Buick is
Lacrosse. I had a Buick Lacrosse.
Okay.
Or like a 1978. the car that Nana was driving around.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was a Lacrosse. It was definitely a Buick.
SUV 2010.
Oh, cool.
Very, really nice.
Oh, way nicer than mine. Mine was old as fuck.
Okay, let's see here. Go
It was a
to
boat.
okay, a stickman drawing. You've shared this one, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. We shared a bunch of shit.
Stickman drawing of school shooting on students' homework
Oh,
leads to
yeah.
Florida man's arrest.
Yeah, a guy got arrested because he drew a fucking stick drawing of like a guy shooting up people and a school on fire and then another dude shooting. And it was found in like his kids or some kid's fucking backpack.
Well, let me read the story
Okay.
here. I've got the whole story right here. Okay. Okay, let's see. A Florida man is charged with making a violent written threat after school officials found a rudimentary drawing of a gunman shooting people outside a burning school on a kid's homework, authorities said. The man...
I was gonna say they showed the image of it too, so you can look at it.
Yeah. The man, Robert Paul Alexander Edwards, the man with 4 names, 33 of Mexico Beach, Florida, was arrested Friday on a charge of making a written threat to kill or do bodily injury, a second-degree felony, Gulf County Sheriff Mike Harrison said Monday. Here's the picture. Are you watching us while we're on?
Yes, I am.
That's almost as tacky as holding up a picture of a cell phone to the live recording so people can see the picture. Well,
Yes, well, it's called Trailer Park Trash Talk. It's not like at the Ritz Trash Talk.
Okay, I'm not the brightest crayon in the crayon box. Leave me alone.
Adrian, way ahead of us. The guy
Yeah.
did get charged. He's on a $150,000 bond pending January 2nd. Wow, this guy really.
They really held. I don't know. Like I've drawn some fucking. I mean, I'm an artist. It wasn't stick figures and shit, but I've drawn some pretty fucking morbid shit, and I think it's kind of intense that a guy got fined for a fucking doodle. You know. I mean, like, granted, it was an inappropriate doodle, but it was a doodle. I don't know. I don't know where's the line? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say something similar. Like, it's just a drawing.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one thing to actually be making verbal threats and stuff, but a doodle is a doodle. I mean, I doodled in school at a picture that my 6th grade teacher thought it was of her, and it was like a dead person. You know, but it was actually a guy. You know, the doodle. But she called my house and told my dad, and my dad fucking was like, "Oh, okay," and then hung up the phone, and he just laughed. I think he bought me ice cream or something. Okay, so Adrian said something about some guy teaching his fucking pug to Nazi salute.
What?
Yeah. And angers Jewish community, obviously. I mean, yeah. Would definitely, I mean.
Well, how else can a pug salute, though? I mean, he can't do this.
Well,
I mean, he
maybe
can't shake
he
your
could.
hand.
He could fucking bring his paw to his head instead of to
Doesn't
here.
have that, what do you call that? Lateral?
But he could do something similar, like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just saying, there's only one way, in my opinion, that a pug can salute. making all
Well,
pugs
I'm reading on it.
Nazis
Maybe.
effectively.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so the guy's name is Mark Meacham. Okay, well, here it says like a video of a pug that was taught to give Nazi salute has been called grossly offensive by a leading Jewish figure. Ephraim Borovsky, 66. Yeah, I'm not sure. Director of the Scottish Council of Jewish Communities told, I don't even know, air dry sheriff. Look at the air dry.
Yeah.
Sheriff Court that the Holocaust should not be joked about and that doing so normalizes anti-Semitism. He was speaking at the trial of Mark Meacham of Coatbridge, Lanarkshire, who filmed his girlfriend's pug. Buddha, where does Buddha come in? Buddha responding to statements such as gas the Jews and Sieg Heil.
I'm just imagining some like libertarian just like running up and punching the pug. Like, ha ha! I punched a Nazi right in its little pug face.
And the video was
already
titled.
snore. I mean,
The video was titled
Snore.
"Mate, your Doug's a Nazi," and it's M8.
Doug's?
Doug's. Mate, your Doug's a Nazi because it's Scottish. Mr. Meacham, 29, denies doing any wrongdoing, insisting he only did it to annoy his girlfriend. Okay, well, it's not like he was like, I'm a fucking Nazi or some shit,
That's some.
Maybe he was just making fun of her.
That's
I mean, like, if you can't make fun of, my only thing is nothing should be off limits when it comes to humor,
Yeah.
because it's so awful that something's got to kind of lighten it.
a dude.
I don't know.
a
I have a
dude
weird
taught
perspective on
his
shit. Not everybody
girlfriend's
agrees
dog to Nazi salute. That's funny as fuck. That's funny. It's a joke.
with me.
He seriously loses his paw.
I don't know.
So did he teach it? Like, was it taught to do like did he say like Sieg Heil, or was it just I should stop doing that.
Somebody like somebody's gonna take this.
Stop!
footage and just,
Like, my thing is just like a lot of people are so sensitive about stuff like this, and there's like
When you train the dog for months to fucking
What it made it
But,
watch
like,
Hitler's
you
speeches.
guys probably watched the video of the twins that were in the concentration camp, the one that was left alive, and she was one of the ones that, what is that scientist one that did experiments on twins? I can't remember his name.
Oh.
Mm,
But he like made them change eye color, everything, because they were trying to make the perfect race. in
Yeah, they were.
numbers.
I know they were doing
But,
all kinds of
she
really
forgave
intense.
them for everything that they did, like, and she went through the hell of it.
Yeah, and
If
that's
she
true.
can forgive it and still make light of the situation, like, this should not be an issue.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there are more pressing issues for sure.
Exactly.
Like actual real hate
What
crimes
about, what
where
about
people
the
are
Sharia
actually.
law that they're trying to bring to the United States?
That's
That's so no, that's
I don't-
ridiculous.
Oh.
That's like saying that the Mormons are gonna take
You should
over.
like. This is my thing. The
You know what?
United
If the
States.
woman's going to
The
take over, they're going to
United
make every
States
man
is a
take a
free
sister
country.
wife.
I think that
Well, yeah.
enforcing Sharia law is insane.
Yeah.
Allowing people to practice it of their own like choice and volition is one thing,
Yeah,
but
that's-
to enforce it to
But,
the American Muslim community,
But, like, see what's
is
going on
kind
in
of
Germany right
insane.
now. Okay?
I don't
Like-
even know what's going on in Germany right now.
Like, one of my good friends, she used to live in Germany, and she's basically told me not to go to Germany because her friends are saying that it's so bad. Like, their women and children are getting raped on a daily basis because of everything that's going on with Sharia law. And Germany government won't step in because they're like religious freedom.
Yeah, but religious freedom should not inflict harm on others. That's where the line should be drawn. Period.
But like, that's not where. If it comes to America,
It wouldn't even happen here. So I don't even get the worry about that. I don't know. I don't know. Enforcing it and allowing people to choose to do it are two different things. And I feel like the American government should not get involved. Like, you were allowed your choice, but you can't force anybody else to do it because this is a country of religious freedom. as in not enforcing religious
Mhm.
law or a doctrine.
Yeah, I don't see.
Although, if you look at our laws,
How
holy
many
shit.
Jews can you fit in a Volkswagen? Danny. I don't even want to know. I don't.
Stockholm syndrome, Ashley. Thanks. Thanks.
Let's do
You're
this.
a triplet? Yeah, you would have been fucked. They would have tested on you like crazy, dude. For
Yeah.
real. That's scary. But they're testing on us now. I mean, we took all their fucking their scientists and brought them here.
Did you hear about the article with they finally cloned monkeys?
Yeah.
They probably got cloned people.
No,
Yeah, I was gonna say, that doesn't
on
seem like a big
CNN,
deal to me.
on CNN,
Dave Chappelle!
the Chinese government is that we're not planning on training, doing it on people, and I'm like, that means they are.
That means it's already done, dude. Oops. Or maybe they're calling American government out. Like,
Yeah.
we're not planning on cloning any people.
Hold
Or,
on.
Zombie apocalypse, here we come.
I wanna.
Well, the zombie apocalypse would be like super rabies. That's what you gotta fucking worry about. Is like something like super rabies. That is terrifying. That's like
Thank
fucking rage zombies.
Yeah.
Like fucking 28 days later. No,
Oh
thank
God,
you.
No.
Running ragey zombies.
Ragey zombies.
No.
Yeah, dude,
no,
give
no,
me
that's
some
terrifying.
Old
Give me some
school
just
Romero.
Decrepit, falling apart, like, you know, slouching, fucking dragging their legs zombies. I'm good.
By the way,
Rage
Adrian,
zombies,
you spelled my
fuck.
name wrong.
It's
Uh,
Leigh.
I wanted to give a little plug here for Menopause the musical. Let's see.
the musical.
Adrian Adrian
No.
is Adrian in Vegas right now?
I-
He's
I thought he was
I
in,
guess he's in California.
California. He's in,
Adrian, where the hell are you, man?
He's in Palm Springs, right? Palm Springs?
Isn't that where's Palm Springs? Oh, well, never mind. I
It's
was
in
gonna
Southern
say-
California.
I thought he was still in Vegas. Let's see. I got well, if you're anywhere near Vegas, on January 29th we got.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Monday.
he's in Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. Okay. This is Menopause the
Those twins are
musical,
So cute.
Yeah, and
January
they're swimming.
29th
They
at
look better
4
than
p.m.
actually.
and then again at 7:30 p.m. Then January 30th at 7 p.m.
Ooh, I'm getting
And that's
See, that's why.
as far as I'm going with this plug because I don't want to click
Yeah,
on
no,
the
that
next
works
button.
too. It's perfect.
So go see Menopause Musical. It's in Las Vegas.
Thanks for the
Las
advertisement.
Vegas. Plug. There you go. Freebie.
Freebie, baby.
We expect royalties. Menopause musical.
Then
Did he
We
already
don't do
watch-
this for
Did you watch
free.
Home Street Home? Did you make him watch it?
No, I don't think I did.
You need to watch it.
What is it?
Home Street Home. It's a musical by
No
Fat
FX.
Mike from NoFX.
No.
It's like a punk rock musical.
I bet it's.
You would
No,
you would
it's
love it.
hot.
It's about like living on, it's about like
hot.
living on the streets and like becoming like coming into yourself and your own power. It's really it's a good one.
I made her sit down and watch it. I watched it for a total of 6 hours
Oh,
between
okay.
her and Chris. Like, you need to watch my kid. Like, I'm sorry, I'm stuck here. I can't leave.
I can't leave. You look cozy.
I'm
Hallway chilling.
Hallway chilling.
I hate musicals. It's actually pretty good though.
Yeah.
The only gay person on the planet who hates musicals.
But there's a really hot gay guy. Really hot.
He's super hot.
He's super hot.
He's super hot. You might like it for that fact alone, because yeah,
He's hot.
he is hot.
I think I want to jump into these scary stories.
That's a good idea. We were gonna do scary stories as the
Oh,
like meat of the show.
no. What did I do?
I
Internet.
think it's sexy.
The internet was-
endearing.
I mean, the internet's still really rad, but they really fucking.
They fucked it up.
There's
They fucked it
pop-ups,
up.
dude, everywhere. I thought pop-ups were done with the smartphone, but nope. They just found all sorts of clever ways to pop them in on you. I've got 17 true scary stories that will ruin your night.
They just made it to me tonight. That's cool. I'm like, yes, I'm never the group admin of anything.
Let's see.
How many people are watching? It says one, but look, there's like a bunch of people watching. Because when I was watching a video earlier. It was
Pop-up.
Zephyr's live video yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and I only said one person was watching, but there were a bunch of people.
Are you
watching.
off next weekend, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm off every weekend.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Well, I'm thinking maybe.
I'm not your dad.
Sierra's.
That's
Have a
the
girl's night.
That
title
would be
here.
nice. I love Sierra.
A girl I used to. Hey, do you guys want to like close that door?
Yes, we're almost done.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Put on a shirt, Ryan.
Oh, now you're cold.
No, I'm trying to read this story. You guys are in there talking about Jello molds.
We're not talking about Jello.
I know. That's how uninterested I was in what you were saying.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
gonna do a girl.
We're talking about doing a girls' night.
That's pretty cool. That's a good idea. Okay, this is actually really comfy. This is comfortable.
I don't know how big I was gonna fit in here.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Okay.
Make it work.
All right. Feel free to comment if you have an inkling, if anything in the story bugs you, or is just if you feel like commenting, that's fine. I'm not your dad. A girl.
I'm not your dad.
I'm not your dad.
Who's your
that's what-
daddy?
that's what this
Not
one's
this
called.
guy.
Not me.
Not him.
Not Okay, so I'm not your dad. A girl I used to know told me a story that her ex-husband used to wake up in the middle of the night because someone was tickling his feet. She told him her dad used to tickle her and her sister's feet to wake them up for school in the morning. So when weird things started happening around the house, they would just say, "Knock it off, Dad," and it would stop. Well, one day something happened in the kitchen. I don't remember what. And she said, "Knock it off, Dad." And as she was walking out the door, something growled in her ear, "I'm not your dad."
Well, that gave me
fuck.
fucking chills, dude.
They moved out a few weeks later.
Yeah, that is creepy. I've heard some
Oh.
creepy shit before.
That's pretty creepy. I thought it was going to be longer than that. We have a whole bunch of these stories, though. There's like 17 of these bad boys. Talk about fuel for the fire. I'm going to load another bowl. You want to load this?
Okay. Let's see. The man with the mustache. My son was about 3. He had a tent canopy attached to his bed frame. It covered about 3/4 of the length of his bed. He would always scoot towards the head of the bed and insisted covering up head to toe with his blanket, no matter how warm he was. I couldn't turn off the lights until he was finished. I figured it was normal kid stuff. One night, just out of curiosity, I asked why he covered up so thoroughly. His response, "Because the man with the mustache won't stop touching me. He's always trying to tickle me. If I'm covered and way up here, he can't reach me." No one else had access to our house, so needless to say, that scared the crap out of me. No shit. Till this day, he still covers with his blanket no matter how warm it is, although not as thoroughly as he used to. He doesn't remember the man, but he still won't go to bed uncovered. He's a teen now. You want to read it?
Just imagine
That's
you.
fucking some crazy shit. I've had some crazy shit. We should talk about our own paranormal
Right?
experiences too.
Tell them. Tell me. I want to hear one.
Okay.
What about the Jesus picture flying across your mom's house?
Well, that was my mom's experience actually, and it was she was in an argument with my nana, and things got heated, and the picture, and it was a big heavy picture
Yeah.
too, and it fucking flew from one side of the room across the other. But I don't know if that's ghosts or if that was my mom's psychic energy, because I witnessed my mom in a heated conversation on the phone. Basically, she was arguing with somebody on the phone, and she had a glass of orange juice next to her. And I'm coming down the hall, and I look, and her glass of orange juice, as she's screaming in the phone, shoots up and then slams against the ground. And my mom was not near it to touch it. And she said that that's the second time that has happened. Another time.
But I know definitely that house is haunted. Because I don't know if it's from the negative energy that has been put in that house or if it's actually haunted by a being. But I know, like, the same room that you had experiences in, I've had
And
experiences
Misty did too.
So-
In my old bedroom at my parents' house, and now it's my little sister's room, I would wake up to, like, it felt like anybody's astral projected, it's that feeling of, like, weightlessness, but I also felt like a pressure on my chest at the same time, like something holding me down while I was outside of my body. But I was inside my body,
Mhm.
you know, it was like floating, but not leaving. And, I had that feeling like something else was in the room. And at the time I had like a love seat across the room, and I looked over because I just instinctively knew something was there, and there were 2 little children hunched down on the side of it. And when I like saw them, it registered in my brain because I was like only 14 years old. But in my brain, I was like, this shouldn't be happening. This isn't real. And so I closed my eyes, like telling myself this isn't real. And when I opened them, they were right fucking here, and I could feel their hands touching me. That was scary. And that would happen frequently. Not to the point where they were touching me or anything, but I would have that feeling come over me where I was like weightless, but at the same time being like held down. Let's see.
Mine was when I was like floating. Tia came in and I was actually floating off the top bunk.
See, so maybe because it felt like I was floating, but I didn't know for sure because I couldn't, at the same time, I couldn't move a muscle in my body. I could not move anything. It was like I was floating, but then I was being held at the same time, and I couldn't move one muscle in my body. The only thing I could move was my eyes, and so I turned my eyes because I knew there was something in the room, and I looked over and I saw the children, and I was like, no fucking way, and so I closed my eyes, and I'm like, this isn't real, this isn't real.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Crazy.
read this
Oh,
next
you're gonna
one.
read that one? Okay, cool.
I also saw Grandma Helen in that house because of these situations. People who know my history, I got it really bad into meth in my teenage years, and mainly it was because every time I'd go to sleep, this would happen to me, and so it was easier to get into drugs that would keep me awake than to actually deal with this because I didn't know how to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember one night, and I had been up for too long, and I was so tired, but I was terrified of going to sleep. And I'm laying on the couch in the living room because I was scared to go in my room. No fucking way in hell. But I was laying on the couch in the living room, and Grandma's armoire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember
Yeah.
who was out in the living room? I looked over, and Grandma appeared, and she looked at me, and like the feeling I got was like, it's okay to go to sleep. And I closed my eyes and went to sleep and slept the best I've had in a long time. So it's like she was like protecting me from whatever was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That room.
Intense.
That
Intense.
room. I don't know what's up with that room because that's the only room that I've ever had the experience in. Because
Something went down. I don't know. Jackie and Christina Miller did play the Ouija board in that room, and Jackie said some weird shit happened. We would have to talk to her to find out exactly what happened. But it was after they did the Ouija board session that all that weird shit happened. So I don't know if they were just being stupid and didn't know what the fuck they were doing and
Tia
mess with some shit.
witnessed me and she woke me up from me lifting.
So
And,
you
like,
know
like,
you have,
I
so
know-
maybe
I
I did. I mean I don't know.
Like I know it was so weird and like that terrified me going to sleep in that room. And then that like right after that, they moved me into Crystal's room that they made into the dining room. And then after that, I didn't experience anything. I don't know if it was because I wasn't open enough because I lost my innocence.
Yeah,
But
well, I think that's bullshit to be honest. Because also when I worked at the fitness center, I had experiences with ghosts. A little boy up on the 3rd floor. Well, the first experience I didn't see anything. I went into there's 2 rooms up there, and then the offices. But one room that I had to clean was the like cycle room, so it was full of like exercise bicycles and mirrors all around. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
And then the other room is we called it the what do we call it? The spring room because the boards are springboarded. It's for yoga and stuff like that. Yoga, Pilates, whatever. Much bigger room, but mirrors all around. But the first experience I had with this boy, I didn't see him at the time, but it was up on the 3rd floor. And I was in the cycle room, and I had set my broom and dustpan against the mirrors, and I had started walking to one side of the room, and I got that feeling like something was in there, like my whole, my spine, my shoulders shot up. I'm like, something else is in here, and right when I had that thought, the broom and dustpan slammed against the ground hella fucking hard, like with the fury, and I'm like, oh my god, and then I kind of brushed it off, like, well, maybe it was gravity, maybe I'm just spooking myself, and then a few months later, I was on the 3rd floor again, but this time I was in the yoga room. And if you go in the yoga room, like how it goes is there's like this weighted door that when you open it, it takes forever to fucking close. And then there's this hallway, and then you get to the floor, and there's a big open room, and then on one side is the closet where all the supplies are. So I go into the room, go down the hallway, and I have my my garbage can on wheels and my broom and dustpan. And so I set the garbage pan and the broom and dustpan like right at the edge of the hallway where it hits the room floor. And I go to turn on the supply closet light. And I get to the opening of the supply closet to flip on the light, and I get that feeling again. that there's somebody else in the room. And everything shoots up, and I turn around, and I look, and there's this little boy, blonde hair, light colored shirt, like blue jeans, and he couldn't be more than 10 years old, I would say. And he's right next to the garbage can and the broom dustpan at the entrance of that hallway there. So it's kind of like at an angle, so I can see him and that stuff, but down the hallway I can't see. And he looks at me, he smiles, and he grabs my broom and dustpan and slams it to the floor and runs. And by the way, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Okay, nobody should be in there. Definitely not a kid on the fucking 3rd floor. So I go running after him because I'm like, what the fuck? My first thought, because he was completely solid. So my first thought is, oh my God, there's a fucking little kid that somebody left in this place at 1 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, my heart's kind of like, so I go running down to the hallway, and I get to the hallway, and there's nothing there. The door's closed, everything. So I run down to the door, I push it open, I call security, have them search the whole building. Nobody. And then a few months later, Jackie saw the same boy. Well, he fit the same description, and he was on the 2nd floor, actually. He was playing on one of the exercise balls. Mm-hmm. And I also saw a nun there all the time, too. Sister Seraphine. Well, and for sure it was her, and I saw her every fucking where. One time on the 2nd floor, you know, the black, like, Mondo floor or whatever, where all the weights and shit are. But she was standing right there, and she looked right at me, and then disappeared. I was like,
well, St. Mary's is known for being fucking haunted.
And well,
that, like, whole
where, yeah, and where that fitness center stands is where the original fucking orphanage and monastery was. Yeah, so.
That's why I won't go
or
there.
nunnery.
Like, I won't go there for labor and delivery and shit. That's actually one of the
it
most
is haunted. It is fucking haunted.
That they have.
That place is haunted too. Every time I go in there, I always get a weird fucking vibe.
Like,
I don't like going there either.
My surgeon's office is there, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah,
I hate it. It gives me the chills. It's just like, no. And just knowing that, like, you and Josh and then, like, Dawn, you work there, like, it just gives me chills.
Yeah. And we've all had experiences too. One time in the kids' room, there was like banging everywhere, and like everywhere I step, that was what really freaked me out. As I walk in, and there'd be a bang above my head, and I walk and bang above my head, and then it would get more and more. And one night, it got so bad that it was like all the windows were being banged on against, and I was so freaked out. I ran and got Josh, and I was like, "Dude, I'm freaked out." And he went in there and was all banging and shit. And he said, "Knock it off!" And it fucking stopped. I was like, and I always saw a shadow dart in there. And one time I was thinking about it, and I was in the laundry room folding towels, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm getting myself all spooked, and the fucking dryer just slams open and slams shut, and I'm like, craziness.
I can't even like see.
You want to read the next story?
Yeah.
My feet are going numb because I'm sitting on them.
Then don't sit on them.
Well, you know,
how do I get to the next story?
Go on, Ryan.
I don't know how to work his phone. It was funny when you answered his phone. I was like, "Why are you answering?"
Because he was like, "Ashley's calling," and handed me the phone.
All right, this next story is called "Imaginary Friend."
Uh-oh.
Ex-girlfriend moved into an apartment across the street from me and told me her little brother had a new imaginary friend named Alex. Well, I had been living in that neighborhood for about 5 years, and 3 years prior to her moving in, my neighbor Alex hung himself in that house.
Oh no. That's terrible. Oh God.
The end.
The end. That's terrible.
I don't know. Like I have like with Kaylee when we lived at the Red House.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee used to complain of nightmares all the time. Like she had really bad nightmares of her waking up screaming bloody murder. So we were talking to Dawn about Dawn gave her a dream catcher. We literally hung up that dream catcher, and that dream catcher fell with a pound.
Wow.
Us nailing it to the wall.
Wow. That's kind of spooky.
And like we put it up again, it didn't happen until 3 nights later when Kaylee wakes us up from a screaming nightmare.
Oh man. So it was like something was.
Yeah.
It wasn't a nightmare. It was something like
something
affecting her.
Bad.
Negative
and
affecting
like,
her.
Dawn like even said like with Kaylee like she's very like sensitive to everything, you know, but like we still hang up that dream catcher just as a try to see if her house is haunted.
Yeah.
But like we couldn't keep it hung up at that house. Not for anything.
That's kind of crazy. Well, I was actually talking to
But
Ryan
we
about
also
this.
had you sage it before we moved in too, just in case.
I was actually talking to Ryan about this, but my Aunt Janine, when I was a kid, she told me these
Is that
stories.
Nana's?
Nana's like best friend. But she told me stories about the house she grew up in, like her grandma's house. It's like an old, like Victorian house or some shit. There was crazy shit that went on, like at nighttime. Like all the cupboards would open and slam shut, and plates would fly across the fucking
Nana
room.
told me that was like her house.
No, it was Janine's.
Okay,
It
because
was
like Nana
Janine's.
told me.
Well, you know, Nana's kind of blending herself into everybody. She's kind of getting to that point where she's ready to move on. So she's already seen herself as everybody else. Because in the end, we all are. Like we're all connected. But that's the way I describe dementia. Mm-hmm. We're all connected. That's just all that it is. But anyways, yeah, and they had like a cellar that would lead into the house. So that's how old the house is. It's one of those floor cellars that would lead into the house. But they had it like barricaded shut. But you would hear footsteps running up and down, and then boom, 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 and the door is fucking banging and shit. She said the house was crazy, and these were stories she told me as a kid. And she told me they were true, you know. And I was always into that stuff, so because I had my own weird shit going on.
I was watching a Ghost Adventures one that like gave me so much chills. Like I've never Ghost Adventures, you know, is mostly fake.
It's mostly fake. Those guys kind of irritate me because I think they blow things out of proportion.
They ended up like calling the cops because of all the steer shit they didn't know what was going on. So like
they thought maybe somebody was pranking them.
Yeah, so they call the cops, and the cops like walk in, and the cops sees raindrops falling up inside the house.
That's weird. I've actually heard of that before.
Fucking chills.
I've actually heard of that happening in real life, like another source where that has happened
down in Vegas. They were saying, and they were like, it was like this like huge thing, and it was like on the news and everything, and I'm just like,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
How does like that happen? Like you can't like eyewitness something like that and fake it. Like, and you can see the terror in their eyes.
Yeah, that is scary. That is, well, I mean, because like, how do you explain that? How does science explain that? Science that we know.
Yeah,
I mean, science. I think science can explain it, but we just don't know it or understand it.
Yeah, that's like black hole burping.
Yeah, black hole burping. Why do they do that? Because they eat gas. We just don't get it. Because it's all math, anyways. You have to understand the math. Is that a real spider? Yeah, that's a real spider.
I don't know.
It's a tarantula. There's a here. I'll show because the audience doesn't know what you're talking about.
I just saw it and I'm like, this is not okay.
I have a tarantula in a box. Can you see it? Yeah.
We should name it
Georgie Porgy.
Georgie Porgy.
I just want to name him Georgie so I can say, hiya, Georgie.
Hey, Georgie Porgy.
Have you seen the new?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think the Skarsgård kid did a good job, but all those Skarsgård guys are great actors.
They did a good job. I'm actually like glad that they didn't fuck it up.
Yeah, and it's pretty fucking creepy.
You know what they should redo? Even though it scares the living shit out of me? Leprechaun.
Oh, that movie was fucking
There's
great.
so many movies they could redo. I was just thinking about it the other day. What was I thinking about?
You're making my leg go.
I'm sorry.
Oh god, I'm thinking about just laying on the ground with my legs up in the air.
Up in the air like you just don't care?
Well, my back is starting to fall asleep. I'm gonna just...
I didn't know your back can fall asleep, man.
Well, when you're 11 feet tall.
Oh, that actually feels really good.
You need more vodka.
Intermission. I bet you will be on here later in the night.
Can you?
I think
I'm going to go pee.
Okay.
We don't. Do you want to? We need toilet paper.
Okay, well you can bring me some.
This is all very
There's
no.
nothing there.
When I was a teenager in Colorado Springs, we all used to crawl through this small tunnel that was directly under the interstate to get back and forth from our neighborhood to the shitty trailer park without obviously having to jump fences and run across the highway. One drunken night, alone, I was on my way home about 2-3 a.m. I came out of the tunnel only to find myself face to face with this huge Rottweiler staring at me. I'm sorry. Let me move my head. Oh my god. Okay.
You having difficulty?
Yes. Okay. Rottweiler staring at me. I was in shock for a second. My stomach dropped. Instinctively, I started yelling at the damn dog to go home. He just stood there glaring at me, and every step I slowly took, trying to get away, he would bark and growl, showing his teeth. So I started stomping towards him in a dominant way, yelling at him to go on. He turned and took steps back, but still proceeded in torturing me through the window of my uncle's store, probably about 9 feet tall, but had human-like anatomy. This thing was standing hunched over, looking into the house. We all screamed, and it did a non-human maneuver with its neck and ran behind the house. The footsteps of this thing practically shook the house. My mom and uncle come running into the living room. It's been practically 20 years, and we all still talk about it like it was yesterday. Oh, so I guess this like this big ass monster was like looking in their house. That'd be fucking crazy. Oh shit. I gotta readjust myself.
Oh, I like having chairs a lot better. Does anybody have any scary stories? If you have a scary story, post it up right here, and I'll read it for you, for everybody. And I'll say your name and everything. But it doesn't look like anybody's even watching right now. So I'm just gonna keep reading my stories. And fucking try to find a position. Ooh. Okay, this is a pretty sweet spot here. Got some pillow, some ground. I messed it up. Oh well. Okay. Spiders. My friend's father was a missionary in Africa. He was 16 and learning how to shave his face.
Are you drowning? You need boobs. Drowning.
You need boobs.
I need boobs. I'm good on that.
He has boobs right here.
I know. That's one thing.
Who's all here?
Just me and you guys.
Just us.
I'm jealous. I wish you had as cool as life as us.
It's 11:11.
It's high class trailer park living. High class. We pull out no stops. I even got the fake grass. The fucking astroturf shit.
Hey, read this one. Read this one and tell
Which
me.
one? Spiders?
Yeah, tell me if it doesn't read funny.
My friend's father was a missionary in Africa. He was 16 and learning how to shave his face. Oh wow, he's a young father.
No, see, I think he's talking about the friend, not the.
Oh, 3
That
weeks
really
went
is
by
really
and
funny.
he woke up one morning with his throat extremely swollen. Flew him to the nearest hospital where the trauma surgeon took a scalpel, nicked my friend's throat, and out spewed hundreds of tiny spiders.
God, no.
Oh, or maybe he's talking about when he was 16, his friend's father. I can't sit like that 'cause
That's
I'm going to get cramped in my feet.
That's exactly what he was saying.
Okay.
It just reads like.
It does read weird
the
because it's
other
hard
way.
to interpret properly.
Yeah,
Okay, can you?
I'm just gonna.
This
just
is
gonna
why I don't
do
work
this.
the late shifts. Was working midnights at a gas station. A couple came in trying to get behind the register. They went outside and left. I went into the bathroom and called the police,
Cheers.
who came as they were walking in. They had bags, knives, gun, rope, and various other weapons in the trunk. I don't think they planned on me living. I was hiding in the bathroom when they were trying to come back in.
The police?
No, the guy that was working behind the gas station. That makes no sense.
That's weird.
That's not even a scary story.
I had some scary stories, but I think I removed them.
Are you gonna read the next one, Ryan?
I'll read it.
It's called Killer Doll.
Killer doll. Oh, before I read this. Okay, so I had this clown doll, and it was like a wind up. You wound it up, and it was like all made out of fabric, really pretty, sparkly, and its head would go like this, and sing the song like not sing it, but the musical part of Send in the Clowns. But I was on the top bunk in my bedroom. So those who stuck around and heard my personal ghost stories, I'm in my bedroom and I wound up the clown because I loved clowns. I loved to play with them. I used to collect them. This is actually the reason why I stopped for a long time. Why clowns spooked the shit out of me. So I wound it up, and its head starts spinning, and then it gets super fast. And the head spins off of the little windy thing and bounces off the walls and lands in my fucking lap. And I was so fucking freaked. I screamed, ran out in the living room, gave my mom the doll, and my mom did the same thing, and it fucking did the same thing.
What the fuck?
It bounced, it flung off, bounced off the walls, and rolled like up to my feet. It was fucking weird. So whatever was in the house or whatever was going on, I don't know if it was anything in the house. I think it was anybody knows what like real true poltergeist activity, not like noisy ghosts, but I'm talking about like traumatic experience and then teenage hormones kick in, and then psychic energy goes crazy. I think that's a lot of what I dealt with. Maybe there was some actual real, because you had some shit, so maybe it was. But for the longest time I thought it was my own energy. Like after I watched that movie American Haunting, I don't know if anybody's ever watched it. But what happened to that girl happened to me. What her dad did to her, my dad did to me. And I had a lot of similar experiences, like waking up, being held down, being traumatized, little ghosts like touching me and stuff. Weird stuff through my childhood. If anybody believes in that, I can't debate it because I lived through it. So I can't really be objective. There's only so much objectivity I can do because I actually lived through it. Well, okay, so killer doll. My grandfather, Pappy, found a life-size doll hanging by a rope around its neck in a tree or wooded area on the way home one day. He said it looked like somebody hung it up there and was using it for shooting practice or something. My mom was still a child, so the jokester he is brought it home for her and my aunt. It sounds like something like I would think your dad would do, or you would do. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like something like you would do. Like, I saw this creepy doll. I'm gonna bring it home and spook the shit out of the kid because I'm a jerk. Anyways, well, they actually liked the thing and cleaned it up and played with it. My grandmother says till this day, the scariest things started to happen around the house. One example, it was nighttime and her and my pappy were in bed sleeping. Well, she said she woke up to the blanket making her feel strangled. It was almost like someone crawled into the bed and laid in between them. She sat up startled, and that's when their bed started to shake and dressers shaking too, or also. But nothing on the dressers fell or moved or fell. It got to the point she was so freaked out and fed up with all the spooky things going on in their house, she made Pappy get rid of it. So he was good friends with the owner of a bar, who was more than happy to take it off his hands, as he thought it would be a good conversational piece. Exactly 1 week later, the man who the doll was given to died. Mind you, he had perfect health. They don't say how he died, though, so.
Strangled by little tiny hands.
Strangled. I actually used to draw this hanging doll when I was a kid. That was like the first servitor
Did you
I
want to
made.
read one?
Sure.
Which one? The final wishes?
Yep.
Final wishes. On the episode of Beyond Belief, like 7 years ago, I saw a true story about a stepdaughter who died. She hated her stepmother.
Hi, everybody.
And in death,
Hi.
they were both
We
put in
see
the
you
same
there.
mausoleum. Every morning, the stone sarcophagus were cracked, and there was writing on the walls and blood begging for her to be away
His
from
face
the
is right
stepmother, even though the mausoleum was sealed every night. Still gives me chills to think about it.
Say that again.
On the episode of Beyond Belief, like 7 years ago, I saw a true story about a stepdaughter who died. She hated her stepmother. And in death, they were both put in the same mausoleum. Every morning, the stone sarcophagus were cracked and there was blood writing on the walls, begging for her to be away from her stepmother, even in the mausoleum. was sold every night. Still gives me chills to think about it.
Huh. We should look into that. See if that's actually legit.
Let's do it. Let's go ghost hunting.
We should go. Actually, you know what?
We should go.
I don't know if Pennywise is watching. My homie Pennywise, Daniel White. But I
Is
would
that
love to go ghost hunting with
Is
you.
that Pennywise?
Yeah, that's Pennywise.
Okay, because
But he has a ghost hunting crew, and he needs people. So if anybody can get this to him, anybody who knows him, or if he's watching or ever does, we would love to go ghost hunting with you. I'll make sure not to wear any perfume.
We'll go ghost hunting live.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. We should do ghost hunting live.
That would be cool. We should.
That would be so cool.
To
And they're like, this
Virginia
is
City,
Nevada. Like, we've got plenty of haunted places. Virginia City is right, like 45 minutes. Well, actually, it's like probably an hour from here because we're
But
in
you
the
met
fucking
Smitty,
boonies.
right? Freaking, we can go to Gab's. That's where he lives. And it's pretty haunted there.
Well, I saw him. I
Yeah.
didn't meet him.
I thought
I
you
just
met him.
well, we kind of met. We said hi and stuff, but I was in and out.
But yeah, he lives in Gab's. And
I don't know where Gabs is.
It's
Our Gabs.
It's
Geiger
us-
Grade or
no, it's like a small ass mining town, and it's supposed to be pretty haunted.
You know, okay. When me and
It's
my mom.
A couple miles outside of where the Clown Motel is.
Okay, so like Parump, not Parump. Starts with a P.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember.
That place. Parump.
No,
Yeah.
it's not Parum.
If Adrian's still here, he would know. He lived there.
Adrian, did you live in Gab's? Or
Well,
close to there?
He lived in the place that I'm thinking of.
Okay, this one's a mind fuck. Dream boy. This happened to me. ...
Ooh.
Okay. I saw the ghost of a little boy run in front of my car and I almost crashed. That's not the scary part though. When I told my mom about it and where it happened, she told me of a dream she had when she was pregnant with me, where she hit a little boy with her car on the same road at the same spot. And when she got out to check on the boy, she said it was me.
Oh my god.
Wait, how would she know what he looked like?
That's creepy.
That is creepy. Well, maybe she was, because there's this theory that pregnant women are more sensitive
Yeah.
to paranormal activity, and it's actually kind of been proven scientifically to a degree, at least with paranormal activity, or at least there's like enough correlation or whatever. But maybe she was picking up on like something that did actually happen in this. She was sensitive to it,
Mm-hmm.
and the boy's spirit came to her and showed it as her son. He was trying to ask for help.
Yeah.
Energy doesn't just disappear, you know.
That's crazy. Like
You can't just, destroy energy. I don't even know if anyone's watching.
we're just.
We're just hanging out.
No
So
curtains.
let's talk about women's rights.
Women's rights. You
See,
know,
Kim, you have it made.
I don't have it made though, because we're struggling.
No, I understand. I get it. Like, I understand that, like, you are struggling, but, like, dude, it would be so nice just to stay at home with my child.
It would be so nice to have money to buy a car. You see the difference here. But you know what? I just feel better about it, me being home, because I
Mhm.
know where they are, what's happening, that nothing.
And then also, once they're all in school.
Well, I do stuff.
No, I know, but, like, you have to clean, obviously, but, like,
No, but I also do artwork.
I know.
And that takes fucking using my shit. That takes forever. But I'm on a freeze right now.
You have that talent. I don't. I would have to do nothing.
I had to teach myself. I watched many a tutorial. And I've been doing it for 15 years.
I watch tutorials, and you know what happens? I end up with mason.
I've been
jars
doing it
full of
for
salad.
15 years.
I end up with mason jars full of salad.
That's just silly. Mason jars full of salad. There is nobody here. Nobody's even watching us. Is there anybody watching? Just comment. So they can say hi to you. We can give you a shout out. Maybe you can give us a good little story.
Well, I asked if anybody would.
Did you get vodka in your eye?
I got vodka on him.
I asked if somebody wanted to share their stories earlier. So, let's see. No curtains. My husband and I had just moved into a new house in a new state with our 3-year-old. Naturally, I needed to go food shopping for pretty much everything. It was dark by the time I arrived home, and I could see upstairs in what is now our bedroom. No curtains, blinds yet. What I was sure was my husband standing in the window. The light was on, so it was pretty easy to see that he was standing there. I clearly needed help unloading, so I went straight inside and upstairs, only to find no one was up there. Came back down to find him on the other side of the house, completely immersed in a video game. Clearly had been there the whole time. But I asked anyways, and yet hasn't been upstairs since I left. Gave me the chills at the time, but more so after meeting our new neighbor, who informed us that the previous owner committed suicide inside the house. It was her, our
I think people
neighbors.
want to see you on the screen.
No.
Yes. Because you're half naked. You're good business.
You are good business. Let's go.
We're not gonna get half naked. So
Yeah. My
It's
shirt
up
is
to
half
you.
see-through. So
You know it'd be funny. Try to mouth as I talk, and then it'll look like you guys are talking.
You know what I think? You are tired.
I'm so tired.
You need to wake up. Drink some more vodka.
Wow.
yeah, just stop falling asleep. Keep drinking.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
Peer pressure.
You're not ticklish.
No, I am.
He is. He's super ticklish. He really is. He really is. You just have to get him because he'll hold it in. Yeah, he's super ticklish.
I don't know. My throat hurts. I don't even like talking. I think this is a good amount.
Oh, I forgot.
If you guys want to keep going.
He's getting what I had.
Yeah.
It's
probably.
mono, dude. I'm telling you.
No, my throat
I had it
hurts.
for like a month. Well, but I did take the
that bronchitis lasts a month.
I was gonna say I had it for a fucking month. I
No,
thought it was
like we did throat cultures and stuff on patients, and it lasted about a month.
but the antibiotics did help.
It's just a sore throat, but still.
You know what you need to do is you need to do honey and cayenne pepper. Kanye pepper.
Kanye pepper. Some Kanye pepper.
No.
Because
I
ain't saying she's a gold digger.
Nah.
She ain't messing with no
broke.
broke.
Alright.
Morgan Freeman says I can say the word, but I feel really nervous about it.
No, Morgan Freeman says I can say the word, but I feel really nervous.
Well, because I don't want to upset anybody, but he says that the best, and I agree with him. I think the best way to get over it is to start healing from it.
Well, I mean, you're just singing this song.
Yeah, but you know, if you haven't noticed, my pigment says I'm not allowed to.
Well, I mean,
or my lack
If
thereof.
Right on my legs.
if somebody
I
was
don't got a license,
singing,
got a taxi, so get
if
me-
somebody was
pay
singing
for it.
my song, I wouldn't want them
Get
to
in
censor
Florida and pay
themselves.
for it, bitch.
I'm gonna.
Bitch, we the dock load is 6.
I'm gonna
That's
listen to
right.
that song
What?
next.
What?
We should-
Only a few will know.
We should totally listen to that song right now.
Turn it on because
No.
there's nobody even watching.
Who cares?
No,
There's
you
no
can't
way.
turn it on because they're gonna put this on YouTube.
I don't care.
Well, I do.
You don't want to listen to Dr. Lettuce?
What? No.
It's
No.
not like it's gonna say nigga or anything.
No.
Just giving us
not-
some music in the
No,
background.
I'm saying I can't have the mute. Like, I think I can only have like 30 seconds of it, maybe.
Okay, I'll play 30 seconds of it.
Of me? Why?
I don't know. Like, I have to look at the real rules. But I guess you can't just play other people's stuff.
Well, you can say we don't own any rights to the song. We're just celebrating the music.
You don't know that. I don't know that.
Well, because people do it all the time. I don't own the. As long as you say you don't own the rights and you're not trying or royalties,
like people,
and you're not trying to make money. We're not trying to. We're obviously not making money, so we're not trying to make money off the song.
We're not making.
All the rights and royalties go to Psychopathic Records.
What is that song called?
Dark Lotus.
I know it's Dark Lotus. I can't remember.
Can you sing the lyrics again?
Lexus.
I think it's a Dark Lotus 6. We don't like what you guys.
Groupie chicks. Yeah, but I think as long as, because like people do covers of songs all the time.
I think it's sexy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the rules. Maybe it's all just in my head.
Bitch, I'm sexy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all in your head.
Maybe.
People do it all the time. Like we're not owning royalties to the song. As long as you say that all the rights and royalties go to somebody else, then it's cool.
I don't think.
I
I
don't know. Somebody tell me the laws. Nobody's here.
I don't think I know what I'm talking about. Nobody here knows what the.
You can play music on a YouTube video.
You're jealous, Ryan.
I am jealous.
Well, you're not even in the mood.
I got I'm drunk.
Bitch, I'm the sexiest killer you know. Come equipped with an accent, a little handle. Vampire out the water, straight to land. Can a killer that you know fuck you better than I can? If you say that he could, bitch, you's a lie. Must have never had a juggalo between your thighs. That kid that was real long, ain't giving headshots with your favorite song. So bitch, you think I'm sexy. She want my wig, then you best. This is why, like, I don't understand why people don't love ICP, dude.
For
It's
real.
fucking hilarious.
You know what the difference is that like, Dark Lotus and like ABK
Dark Lotus is my favorite too.
and Twisted aren't ICP. There's a difference.
Well, but it's Psychopathic Records, and everybody fucking clumps it together.
But like even Twisted, he's not even on the label game anymore.
They're not even on the yeah. No.
And like
Well, they had their falling out, but they're trying to be cool. I think it's. You know,
I hope because
I
I love
so.
Twisted.
I love Twisted too. Twisted's what got me hooked.
Yep, for real.
Young bitch, I know you like it. Drop to your knees and tell me what you think.
Like I think ICP has.
I know a lot of people get offended by this, but I think it's like it's funny.
It is funny.
Like dick between your thighs, them quite like.
That's why I always thought it was funny because like I was always told
in the days of no pants. It's a Mars version too.
I was told
Or
no, because like when you were like in the ICP group, everyone was very accepting. You know, when I was in the ICP group, they told me I was an ICP enough.
No,
You ain't SCP enough.
I'm not ICP
You're not
enough.
juggalo enough.
I don't know the 12 Jokers cards.
No,
I
I
do know it.
But you know what? It doesn't even matter. They don't get to decide who's a juggalo. It's in your heart anyway.
Exactly.
But
Like,
the
they
whole
don't
thing is
even
there's a lot of hating because a lot of people, they don't want to admit it, but there's like some jealousies and maybe envy or even like feeling down
They
on
don't even understand. Like they can't tell me I can't be a part of it because you know I'm like my family is part of the
They don't
Reno
get to
Writers.
decide. They don't
Reno
get to
Writers.
decide.
I'm sorry. Like I knew what ICP was before they even knew it.
Yeah, you were a little fucking kid because we were listening to that shit when you were a fucking kid.
I grew up with
I
ICP.
grew up with ICP.
Like when they became famous, I knew who they were. Like they don't get to decide that, and that's what pissed me off, and that's why I got
Well,
out of it.
that's what you know. You just can't. You just whatever. That's what I did. I like whatever. I used to get upset, but at this point, I'm just like whatever. Y'all are just
like everybody like in our group that was ICP got mad when I got with Jerry, and I was just like, you know what? Like you told me I didn't belong, so you guys don't get to
So
decide.
where's family there?
Exactly.
Where's family there?
But like
Let's
you know,
actually be.
Jerry was there when I was